2022 Specialized Levo Expert. I'm back on my trails in Ohio, and basically I've been riding about 15 minutes now. It's the same basic feel I had back in Pennsylvania, but it's nice to be on trails you know and you're kind of used to and know where the corners are and just the general feel of it. But all the stuff that I liked back there, I'm still feeling today, maybe a little more because I'm more comfortable on where I'm going. But this Mullet with the shorter rear chain stays tightens up that back end, and the 29er is floating nicely over some of the roots and rocks. The Elite suspension, 2 big thumbs up for that. I have the pressures a little bit lower than what they recommend. I just think it works a little better. I think it's a little softer, and I don't go fast enough to justify the higher pressures. And you know, we're not doing any big downhill jumps or anything like that, but the feel I have of it is still the same in terms of when I'm like up in the pedals like this, and just the way the bike feels agile and kind of quick and playful, kind of darts around here. The bars, I put the OneUps on, the carbon bars, for a little more absorption, and they are 800 millimeters, so probably would be good to cut them down. But again, I mostly motocross most of the time, so most of the bars on my dirt bikes are 800, so I just leave them there. And this is where this 29er front wheel comes in handy, rolling over some of the roots and some of the little chop. It just doesn't like slow down on that stuff. It doesn't get hung up, kind of floats over it, which is what I like. And the bike just feels agile as it kind of flip it back and forth. And the suspension is super absorbing. This is the first time I've had the Fox Elites, and I like it a lot. The 160 travel up front is nice too. I like a little extra travel, just to give it that kind of some cush or some absorption on some of the more of the G outs. I'm not doing any big jumps, but sometimes the dips, and it just floats over the rough stuff better. I put the, wow, look at that. That's about probably 25-30 foot drop. Not much room for air. But I put the motor response back to 0. I had turned it up just to liven it up a bit, but today I wanted to try it in its normal setting. It is just so super smooth and fluent. I just love the way this motor feels. It's really, really refined feeling. And it's a Brose, so it's got plenty of torque. 700 watt-hour battery. I tend to leave it in the big power mode settings, because I don't have to worry about running out of battery. And the bike has been super quiet, not had any rattles. Got a little over 50 miles on it. Thank my buddies Eric and Grant at the bicycle shop in State College, Pennsylvania. It's a great shop. Been buying bikes there a long time. But it's a beautiful day here, and I've ridden a lot of bikes on this trail, but I'd have to say this one's my favorite bike I've ridden on it so far. Just feels so good. Like I said, it's nice and agile. Can wheelie off stuff. And I like the Butcher tires. They got excellent traction. I think the front one's a little softer compound, which is really nice in this drier, kind of hard packed terrain. I think it absorbs a little better. Get me good traction. Oh, a little chipmunk. And this is those little step overs. Sometimes it's nice to have the motor dialed up a little bit for those, especially when you have to half crank it, half pedal to get it over. So 2022 Levo Expert Mullet. Man, I'm digging it. Nice big dropper post. Power's good. The Elite Fox suspension, very tunable, adjustable. This is like probably one of the best so far combinations of, say, stability and at speed, yet still feels fun in the corners. I'm 6'2". I went with the S4 because I like a little more compact chassis feel for the tighter trails I ride, but I've ridden an S3, I've ridden an S5. I can ride both of those. S5 is probably more in my size, but man, I like the way the S4 feels on the trails I ride. So continuous 2 big thumbs up so far. We'll keep making more videos, doing more rides in this thing soon.